Here. Hutton. Here. McDonald.
Here.
Leahy.
Here.
Grashaw.
Here.
Clerk is present.
Presentation.
I asked Booker to be here, Sheriff Booker. He has offered policing to Albany, and this is not how we're going, but I wanted the board to know that this is an option for us now in the police department. We do have applications out there for people to turn in applications, so we'll wait and see, but this is an option if you want to give your presentation.
And I'm not here trying to sell that you guys get the sheriff's office. I'm just letting you know that we are in a position now where we can provide policing on a contract. The positive thing, you have no worries with policing anymore. If you would go with the sheriff's office, we take care of everything. I'm going to pass this around. This is what we provide the village of Linden. Each shift, we are in the village for a certain amount of time and patrol during the day and then at night as well. We handle every call for service, whether it's a bicycle that's stolen to a burglary. We do traffic enforcement in Linden. A major crime happens, we have the detective. Right now we're at 24 certified police officers, which the last time I spoke to you, we were pressing to have 2 deputies on shift. We're going to be at the point where we're going to have a minimum of 3 all the time. In the event that we get other contracts, because there's also other villages that are talking to us, that deputy is going to be assigned to Linden, possibly wherever else we may go and provide the policing. Equipment-wise, the sheriff's office would be interested in any equipment you have purchasing for vehicles for us as well, and equipment. Again, I'm not trying to tell you that you have to go to the sheriff's office. It's just another option. The state of Illinois has many, many mandates. Body cameras. Every officer in Illinois has to wear a body camera whenever having police contact. That's an expense, a huge expense.
We have those already, don't we?
Yes.
The in-car cameras, maintenance of vehicles. The only thing is, you guys lose, having your own police agency. That's the only negative thing. You can yell at me all you want, but you can't yell at the deputies because they only work for me. I work for you guys, but that's the drawback. Feel free to reach out to Linden. I talked to them and told them there could be a possibility that someone from your board here would reach out to them and ask if it's working or not working. I attend every meeting. Any major incident that happens, I text the mayor, let him know we make an arrest. He texts me if he has complaints. They weren't liking the hours that we were there, so we just switched them up. Not so much not liking, but they asked that we switched up our hours, so we switched them up a little bit more random times. It's working well for them. I can tell you, dollar-wise, we save money contracting with us.
Well, what is your, Linden's paying you 50.
Correct.
What are you wanting from us?
I'm not even discussing that yet, because I don't know what you guys want from me.
It just depends on like how many hours
It
we
depends
expect
on
in
hours
here.
and stuff like that. So that, we're not even talking money-wise, but
I
I
couldn't figure out why when you were here, you told us 250,000, and then I seen the Linden thing, and I thought, I mean, I know Linden's smaller than we are.
Sure.
I get that, but I was just curious on what the.
back then it was, we couldn't provide it either.
Correct.
And that's why it was a lot more money, because we would have been paying overtime to have somebody come in. We just couldn't do it. Right now, we're handling all your emergency calls, which by state law we have.
Correct.
Would we get a credit back, Sheriff, for the software that we paid to be a part of the county software? For the sheriff's department. I don't know what the
For
software's
the
called.
CAD system, you mean, right?
The what?
The CAD system?
Yes. Because that's an annual fee and we just paid it.
Yeah, you'll never have to pay that again, because that's part of the public safety tax that was passed, so any village won't have to pay that again. That's gonna be included with the public safety. At the time, you had a police department, so you wouldn't get reimbursed for that. Does that make sense?
It does, but I'm not sure what that software was called. I just.
It was our CAD system. We now have a countywide CAD
Yeah.
system.
Because I know it was based on like our population, I think.
Yes.
Like, so Fulton paid more than we
Yeah.
paid and.
Yeah, and that's for the first time we have a countywide CAD system that Fulton can see the calls that handle in Sterling, Rock Falls, and vice versa. So, yeah, and the dispatching, you know, that was another cost, but the public safety tax passed, so that isn't something that you would be paying. The only thing would be a contract with the sheriff's office if we provide police service, and that would be something we would sit down and depending on
And we
hours
would
and
still
stuff.
have a spot for them guys if they had to use it here.
Sure.
Downstairs, like an office.
And we can
type
always,
place.
we don't use anything in Linden too much. They don't sit at the village there. It's all, they have the ability, but I
Maybe
want
if
to
you
follow
have the rest or something.
in the village. Yeah,
Is Linden near any bigger cities? Or kinda
Linden's
out
the only
there?
one we have right now.
I meant, are they near, like, we're right across from?
They're near Sterling. Linden's near Sterling.
Or how far is Sterling?
Linden's right by P-Town.
But that's not that far from Sterling, because we just camped out
About
there.
8-9 miles.
Yeah, it's not too far from Sterling.
No.
Well, y'all know what goes on over there. I'm afraid it's gonna make its way over here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I ready to come to Illinois because nobody goes to jail,
Yeah, you're right.
honestly.
And then that can come over here, regardless of whether we have our own officer or not, it can still, that can still come over here.
So I just wanted him to explain this as an option. So, thank you. and-
So what do you, if I may, could I ask a question? What are you kind of, looking at the size of Linden and what you've done there, what are you recommending for hours for?
And that would be something I would sit down with the board and discuss. I really don't have a clue on what you guys would like, or, and then we just charge, we had, and I would show exactly what we did with Linden hourly rate, and then, you know, with a salary plus workman's comp and all that stuff is built in, and I can show you that, because we have all that built in when we did with it. But it's an option. Again, I'm not trying to tell you, oh, come to the sheriff's office. We have plenty of work, unfortunately, but we are in a position where we can provide police service.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay.
It's public record, so. Nick, do you have anything? Stand up there, do it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Nick Eisengut. Just started here on Monday. We're a little bit underwater with some compliance issues with the EPA. I guess after we get that off the table, we have to have 3 major things off the table by the end of the month. So I've been pretty much focusing my efforts on that. While Mitch has been taking care of the daily work type things, and boy, that kid deserves a round of applause, because most people would have crumbled under what he had to go through. Other than that, I've got a heck of a list going on things that we need to get done, as far as things that Jack has given me. Finish painting the curbs on the marina, and here on Main Street as well. Well, a lot of other things, but I'm kind of focused on getting the EPA out of our hair for now. So,
Did Dan come yesterday?
Dan did come yesterday. I was with him for about 3.5 hours. And, yeah, it's good. It's good. So, and I actually talked to him just before I came here. So,
You know anything about these two things?
I have them.
I do not.
Okay.
Under him. Maintenance and the tree service.
Okay.
It was the one that we were going to vote on, but then it wasn't on.
Okay.
You want me to go over that?
Office.
Well, under,
Thank you.
Yes. See what I can do.
under maintenance, the
Okay.
tree service for 904 Church Street was
Yeah.
the one that we were going to vote on, and we didn't have it on the agenda on the second. So I have a motion if somebody wants to do
Second.
it, and then second
I
it.
had it as part of mine. Teresa, is this yours?
And then I
No,
have the
I didn't
ABB,
write
did you
that.
have that one too?
For what?
The ABB service transmitter.
I don't have that.
Okay. Under.
I don't have that.
Second.
Did anybody want a second motion?
Motion by Purcell to approve the salt tree service cut down tree at 904 South Church Street. Not to estimate 1,700, but second.
I'll second.
I have a question. Is that private property?
No.
On the street.
Street.
Barbie?
Is that private property?
No.
Is it- Who's it owned by?
The village.
It's a village property.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall. Yes. Bradshaw,
Yes.
carried.
Motion carried. Discuss take action on ABB pressure transmitter.
That was the one that Mike had talked about, the transmitter that we, needed. And it is to approve the ABB pressure transmitter that we need. And it was for a quote of $2,261 plus.
Do we truly need that?
You know about it, anything?
I know
with it?
nothing about this.
You wanna look at it and see?
Sure.
Yeah, I can
Because
always
isn't that
put it
the one
on.
we said that we needed more than one and?
No, that was for the water tower motor, that we were, the water tower drain, that's what
When
he
the
said
motor
he
went
wanted
out,
a
yeah.
backup.
I thought, was this the one that he said he needed a backup of though?
I don't know.
Like this is a secondary one just in case the one that we have burns out. I'm not positive.
Yeah, like, this one was bad.
It's a low. It's a low.
I guess if we can vote on it, and then if we truly don't need it, we just won't order it, correct?
You can ask what?
I said we can vote on it, and then if we truly don't need it, we can just not order it. Okay.
Was this the cause of the drain, of the tower drain over the holiday weekend? I would say probably need it, but I'll call a tech and make sure.
I have a motion already. We wrote up.
Oh.
Mhm.
I think,
With
I
it.
think it was.
I figured I'd get purple funnel instead of you guys.
You making the motion? Want me to?
Okay.
Okay. Make the motion.
Motion by
Wow, nice one there.
Have a motion by Bradshaw approve ABB for serve transmitter, not to estimate $2,300. Second.
To exceed,
Yeah. Not to exceed.
Not to
not to
exceed.
exceed.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said estimate. You know what you meant?
Well, that's a third. Council.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Motion carried.
What, you want it back? Paper?
Thank you. That's all I have for the minute.
Should he?
Office,
Okay, I have 3 invoices that need to be approved for payment. One is for Shaw Media. For compliance purposes, we have to publish the annual treasurer's report once the audit is complete. So fiscal year 2024 treasurer's report was published, so I got that invoice for you to approve. And the last time VWC was here to remove sludge from the waste treatment plant, I have that invoice that needs to be approved. And Zimmer and Franciscan, I don't know.
Franciscan.
What is it?
Franciscan.
Oh. We purchased a chlorinator, I believe you guys talked about it last meeting, that I don't have a motion that we voted to pay. So, we got that invoice, and so I need to go approve that
How
one.
much is that one, Susan?
2,600.
Yeah. 260862.
And that was a necessity for the water tower.
that was the one he ordered, and it sat on the table, he's waiting for it all week.
Gotcha.
You made any motions for this? So you have to do them separate, and you have them all on three separate. So you show them.
I have a motion by Casal, pay Shaw Media $788.50 for annual treasurer's report. Second?
I'll second.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Motion carried. I have a motion by Bradshaw to approve payment to Zimmer and Franciscan Corporation, $2,608.62 for gas fluoridator. Second?
I'll second.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
to pay $4,815.51 to BWC. Do I have a second?
Second. And I'll second.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Motion carried. Suzie, anything else?
No, we have that bill that,
Go ahead, Bill. You-
the VWC
Oh,
bill.
Pam's got it.
Okay.
you.
Discuss and take action on employment of employees hiring building clerk, chief of police, full-time maintenance worker.
So billing clerk, I think we just have some we have to interview.
Or
For the billing clerk, I think we just have some we have to interview.
How many do you have?
Did you have, what,
Suzie
5,
will
Suzie?
take care of it tomorrow.
Yeah. And for the police chief, I think we need to put it on Indeed because we're not getting anything on the other.
Do we know how much
The other
Indeed
side.
will cost? Do we have any idea? I mean,
Ours is free.
Mm-hmm.
When we put ours on Indeed, it's free, we don't have to pay anything.
do you have an account with them? Because my neighbor had an account with them through his work, so he did ours for free, but he doesn't work there anymore.
We have an account with Indeed, but I know we got charged, I don't remember
Yeah.
for what position it was, but it was like $500 or $600.
Well, I thought it was only.
Maybe because
charged
it's a
at
police officer.
No, we use ours account and put it on. Where we put for officers and corrections and dispatch. That helps you.
Yeah, thank you.
Then maintenance, are we looking to hire another full-time, putting that out?
I'd like to talk a little bit in closed session about that.
Do you want that on Indeed, Pam? Because I know they did before, there's a whole job description and whatever that they were looking for.
Mhm. Yeah, it was already like written up, you just,
Why do
your
we need,
particulars in.
why do we need to do a closed session to talk about that if we want to hire somebody or not?
Well, we can hire somebody, but I'd still like to go to closed session.
I'm just trying to understand why we need to go to closed session. You just said it was, you'd like to talk about that in closed session. I'm trying to understand why we need to go to closed session to talk about hiring them.
Well, we can hire one. We don't have to go in there now, but we can go in there later. And yes, there is a whole paragraph or page, Suzie, of maintenance. And see, I have it at home if you don't.
No, I found it.
Okay.
Discuss and take action on all board committees, special meetings, and time change.
What's that?
So,
We're gonna change the meeting from 6 o'clock to 5:30.
Why?
So it helps out with other people that have hard time being here.
Aaron?
So,
Well, what about the people that work? I mean, we all work jobs, so it's like,
right, and we won't be here at 5:30 if we change it.
I have no problem.
Most of us are here by 5:30.
well, I just,
Close up.
I said most of us are in the building by 5:30 anyway.
Yeah, and save Karen the ridicule of missing the closed session meeting.
it does have to be, the ordinance has to be changed. So I will have to get a hold of Sheriff to have the ordinance changed and want to have the ordinance changed.
well, I guess my thing is we can't, we've changed this before, because when I first got on board, it was at 7 o'clock. And then we changed it to 6, but like, so we can't do it to accommodate one person.
We're not accommodating a lot of people.
Okay, but what about the audience who works till 5:30,
Most of them are here tonight at 5:30,
right?
so. Building permit, or
Hopefully he can put maintenance on there too. Would you be able to do that too?
Just give us information, put contact stuff for you guys.
Doesn't matter if you can do it for nothing, I don't need that.
have a motion by Priscilla to advertise for maintenance on Indeed, full-time position. Second.
I'll second.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
What has, read it to me again, please.
advertise for maintenance on Indeed full-time position.
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes?
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
You looking for a date?
Yeah, first Monday in July.
7. 7.
So,
Oh, for the next meeting?
No, because we don't have the ordinance to vote on the actual ordinance. We have the ordinance to vote on.
We just can't have them change it. What, to vote on changing it.
Anytime there's an ordinance, we have to change the ordinance.
Because you have to pay for it, you have to pay to have the ordinance changed.
When Jerry made it 6 o'clock, did we go through all that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
If not, we can do it on that, first.
I think we can vote yes that we want to change.
We'll just do that, do
You
we?
say
No.
one?
Yeah.
Put it on the next agenda.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put it on the next agenda.
You say-
I'm not positive. Yeah, the building permit everybody looked at, correct? So that should be good. Motion, if somebody wants to approve June 2nd regular meeting minutes.
Have a motion by Priscilla to approve June 2nd regular meeting, minute meeting. Second.
second.
McDonald? Hutton?
Yes.
Leahy? Yes. Pearsall?
Yes.
Bradshaw?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I have another one to approve June 2nd closed session meeting minutes. Who wants to give me a motion?
Have a motion by Priscilla to approve June 2nd closed session meetings and minutes. Second.
Fairchild,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And then, okay, Hearts Lock, you guys should have all gotten the quote in your thing for Hearts Lock.
Yep.
Honestly, the cheapest route is just going with the 2 new keys. As of right now, we only have 1 key, you have to order in a set of 2, and the mayor needs a key, so that's the cheapest route. I figured we'd just go with that route if everybody's okay with that. It'll be 180, and then, fire key, I think it is, who they have to order from. It's like $35 for shipping, unfortunately.
Did someone already go to the maintenance shop and redo keys up there? Or not?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I was
these keys you
informed
have
that-
to order.
I was informed that yes, in fact, they have all been changed recently.
That's what I thought.
That is something that I do know.
When we took over them, right?
When we took over,
Yeah, we had,
Did they change that?
we had all the,
Yeah, but they haven't been changed since then.
up there, to make
No.
sure too.
This one's my safe in my
For
office,
her, for all.
the fire safe office that only the mayor and the clerk have a key to. The
There's
other
a second key, but it's broken.
It's
And it's
broken.
been broken for,
Yeah.
I can't even, since I've been here.
Well, we need to investigate the ones that have been maintenance. So we can just go with this for now.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing that I know about, and that's what this is about.
Yeah.
It's just this key. It's just, he needs a key to be able to get into that safe, so I need somebody to make that motion. I have it wrote out.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't-
Protect your guys' hands today. Make it faster.
What do we need, let's go up the mayor's building?
Have a motion by Bradshaw approved ordering 2 Fire King keys for clerk and mayor's fire safe from Hearts Lock. Not to exceed $225. Second?
Second.
McDonald,
Yes.
Benton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carried. You're up.
Okay, so, last thing I have on mine, with the training that I went to, I found out that we are not in compliance with our retention record application with the state of Illinois. Ours is from 1988. So, yeah, it was the oldest one that they have booked up there. So Illinois has something, they have a committee now that is free of charge. The lady in our district is Shelby Hummel. She actually only lives 30 minutes away from here. She comes here free of charge. Her and I go through it. We fill out a full new application, get it to the state. If the state for some reason would kick it back, she helps me get it fixed so we can get it approved, and then we can start getting rid of records, because we haven't gotten rid of records since,
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know when. I think we tried to in 16, but I don't think that ever got approved, if I'm going by what's on my desk. So, I mean, it's well past time and overdue. I think it's a fire hazard being in, all those boxes being in the basement that probably don't need to be there anymore. And so it's gonna take us about, I asked her how long it usually takes for this process to get it going and rolling. Once we get it going, every year, all they have to do is put it in an Excel sheet with the current year, send it to the state, they say yay, and get rid of them. And it's a very easy process, but she said to start, it's gonna take about 120 days. How many hours that day, I don't know. I don't know how many hours she comes each day, but
120 days.
to do the full process, to go through all of the files and everything, yeah. Now, we're starting July 3rd. She's gonna be here for like an hour. It's probably an hour at a time. I wouldn't think she would be here longer than that each time. I don't know how much time they give each place each day for appointments. But it may run over hours on what the clerk has for, you know, the clerk position is 16 hours a month, so. I don't know how you guys all feel about that, but it's something that has needed to be done for many, many years.
Is that minus the financial workers?
I don't know. That's, I mean, if
Well,
I
because I
can
know there's-
include that in there, because I think the clerk is over all the records in like police and everything. I'll have to look up the ordinance and have Shirk see what our ordinance says, but I mean, if I'm the one who delegates and does all of that, the clerk position does, then we go through everything, so.
Well, the problem with that is, so they haven't done an MFT audit since 2012.
Right.
And those files are not separate from the financial years in that room.
From my stuff.
Your stuff is separate from my stuff. Like I went through every box of my stuff, it's separated out by fiscal year. But then I found out later that we haven't gone through an MFT audit. We haven't gone through a payroll audit since I don't even know when.
And that's something Shelby and I can talk to you about, you know, to see if that's something, if we want to just maybe put it on there, but we don't put anything underneath it. You know, it's just there, so when we get to that point where we can start getting rid of some, then it's on there and I just have to plug in the minutes. You know, that's something that we can talk to her about and see.
Right, because like I pulled all the IEMA stuff out of there,
Right.
you know, all the audit stuff, because
Yeah.
to me, that's
And
stuff.
that's why it's good to have her here, and thankfully it's free of charge by the state, they cover it. That, you know, she'll be able to guide us on that too.
I hope so, because,
know.
I mean, well, I say that
It's
because
here-
they
it's
used to
here.
have MFT auditors, and then the state of Illinois had a brilliant idea to get rid of all the MFT auditors, and that's why we haven't had an audit since 2012, but they are now going back to all the municipalities. And from 2012 forward, you have to have all your
And
documentation.
I'm sure she'll probably know about that, you know, because of, they're all, it's not just the clerk building stuff, it's all of the records in the municipality, so that includes police, treasurer, everything.
Because I didn't touch any of the clerk's records.
Right.
Yeah, I
I
just
haven't
did their
either.
financial, yeah, right?
Not until I have somebody to guide me,
Yeah.
because I don't wanna make a mistake with it
Right.
at all. I need some guidance on what to do, you know,
Right.
so, but I mean, it's long overdue, we just haven't had anybody to do it. But just, when I know more after July 3rd, I can put it back on there and see kind of what we're looking at for hour-wise. But as of right now, I have not a clue, I just know it's gonna be a long process.
Does it have to be just you that does it?
No, somebody, more hands make light work.
I'm just
So,
curious, I'm
yeah. Typically, because the clerk is the one who's in charge of the files, and that's how our ordinance reads, because it was Marlene on everything that, but, I mean, if somebody wants to come dig through stuff with me,
Right.
they're more than welcome to.
I have a motion by Saul to approve pay for the village clerk, $15 per hour, in addition to the 16 hours a month to get the records retention up to date. Do I have a second?
Counselor,
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes?
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
yes.
Motion carried.
And that's all I have.
Do you want to read these?
I have a question on a couple of the bills before you do that.
Okay.
This one, the semi pulled down the pole, I thought we were turning this into our insurance.
There was a claim,
Okay, so we just paid it and,
that's how we have to pay it, and then they reimburse us.
okay, all right. Well, and then this one here, which there's nothing we can do about it now, but I just need to bring it to everyone's attention. When we sent someone overnight to a seminar or whatever it was, the supper receipt is for $48.27 for one person. That being said, it's also not itemized. In the past, they've always had to be itemized, and I would think that somebody should talk to these people before they do this. And I mean, I could take my family of 4 out for what this person paid. So like I said, if we send anyone else, they need to have itemized receipts, because this is not up to us taxpayers to pay $50 for someone to eat supper. Just my,
No,
it's totally ridiculous, and like I said, I can't tell if, obviously you can't tell what they were drinking, or, because it's nothing, it's just a credit card bill, $43.27, $5 tip, $48.27 we paid for one supper. I want you guys to all know that. All right, I'm done.
I just have a motion for the treasurer's report and financial comparison report for May of 2025, and it should all the copies. And accounts payable for $85,913.65 for May 25th, representing checks 31324 through 31371. Payroll, $27,613.09 for May 25th. Check number 9000583 through 9004621. 31322, 31323, 31338, 31339, 31367, and 31368. Time sheets for April 14th through April 27th, April 28th through May 11th, and May 12th through May 25th, all 25. And accounts payable, $32,850.50 for May 9th, 25, representing checks 31324 through 31337. Accounts payable, $30,648.64 for May 16th, 25, representing checks 31340 through 31351. Accounts payable in the amount of $19,020.47 for May 23rd, 25, representing checks 31360 through 31366. And accounts payable, $3,394.06 for May 30th, 25, checks 31369 through 31371. Payroll fund in the amount of $12,860.53, 5225. 9004583 through 9004600, 31322 and 23. Payroll fund in the amount of $8,008.24 for May 16th. Checks 9004661 through 4610, 31338 and 39. And payroll in the amount of $6,744.32 for May 30th, 25, representing checks 9004611 through 9004621, 31367, and 68. Time sheets April 14th to April 27th, May 28th, May 11th, and May 12th, and May 25th. Seconds on all of them.
I have a motion by Priscilla to treasurer report and financial compensation report for May 25th. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I know you don't have to read.
Grasham,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
McDonald,
Yes.
Mendoza. Oh, Pearsall.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion for the time sheets.
Police?
No,
We have to do a motion for the time sheets.
is that what this one's for?
The
Accounts
bills.
payable. Motion for the timesheets.
I read them already, you guys.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Joe?
Yes.
Joe?
They're ready to look at the bills.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
McDonald,
Yes.
Pearsall.
Yes.
Motion carried.
One more. And this is for the accounts payable. Do I have a second?
Yes, sir.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
McDonald,
Yes.
Pearsall.
Yes.
I have nothing else.
Police?
I had on here to approve more hours for the summer help, but I think Jack's already taken care of it, so. Do we need to vote on it still? Because, I mean, now that we're down 2 people, we need them to work 40 hours if we
I guess
can.
I wanna know why you are, as the police chair, are getting into something nobody's contacted me about at all.
Well, how do you think I felt when Booker came tonight and presented all that
You
with
were quiet then.
me not knowing anything?
But
So,
I didn't know anything about that either.
but I'm just
So
saying, we've had this discussion before, Rob. We are a team, and if you don't want to be part of the team,
Oh, no, I wanna be part of the team.
okay, well, like I said, it crossed my mind that we need more hours with 2 people gone, so I put it on the agenda.
Did we vote up to 32 hours or did we vote?
We voted for 20 apiece. Is what we,
You voted to let Mike decide. That was the vote.
oh, I thought it was 40 hours,
That's not
20
true.
apiece.
We voted for part-time.
It's part-time,
Yeah.
Let me-
Was it 20 or 32? I thought it was 20.
I know, it's 20 for the part-time.
That was
Two
20 for
part-time,
part-time.
20 hours.
Yeah.
So do we want to give them more hours or not, or you Rob can do it?
Well, I feel that we should give him more hours since we're down a maintenance guy. Till we get one hired. Then
I agree, but I'm not gonna put it out there.
I agree. Do we have a, you wanna make it 40, or what are you gonna make it? Full-time? What is it?
So we're gonna pay benefits on some part-time people?
Gotta watch their
Or
hours.
people?
No, because they're still considered seasonal.
Should we talk to them first?
Oh, you can offer it, and you can say yes or no.
Yeah, they don't have to if they don't want to.
free
and stuff,
to
but
make
they,
summer help
you know, they had
40
some
hours
of them didn't want
each.
to go full-time.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
McDonald,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes?
Pearsall,
Yes.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Motion carried. Utilities.
I didn't get contacted by somebody, I haven't done anything yet. Somebody did contact me about some of the street signs up and down the main drag, said the street signs are hard to read. I have been driving around looking at some of the street signs, some of the main avenues, some of the signs that say main are starting to fade, the white is starting to fade. I don't know if it's something we can look at, maybe getting repainted, or if we gotta buy new, or what. Just, at this point, I'm just looking into it, I got asked about it, and I said anytime somebody comes to me and asks about something, I will look into it. So I am looking into it, see if, I have, on my phone, I did look up some signs and stuff, what costs and stuff would be, but I have not done anything, I would just kind of.
Check the shop, you might
looking
have
to
some
see-
signs in the shop.
Yeah, we might even do that. But it was brought up to me, so I did look into it, and it was a community member's concern that some of the signs are fading and they can't see them very well when they drive down, especially on the main drag when they're coming through. So I am looking at it, I mean, I haven't done anything yet, but
I know there's no gate breaking signs on both ends of town, but they still do it.
we got
I
motorcycles and
don't know
stuff.
if those are our responsibility anyway on 84.
Like, the signs, oh, I don't know, but there's two signs on either end and they still do the gate breaking all night.
Anything else, Rob?
No, sir.
Cemetery and parks.
This is some on here, nothing was about his donation for a community support group.
That is what Pastor Tony was here for. I have a motion made up, you guys had, we didn't have it on there when she presented it, but it's to approve donation of $150 to Albany Community Support Group for the Free Family Fun Day Fund. If somebody wanted to make that motion, I have it wrote up. Anybody wanted to?
I'll make a motion.
You do.
Motion by Bradshaw, approve donation of $150 to Albany Community Support Group for free family fun day funds. Do I have a second?
How much was that? Here, I'll give you a copy with that, Susie, I got the letter included in it. Who's second? Tim?
Yes.
McDonald?
Yes.
Hutton?
Yes.
Leahy?
Yes?
Pearsall?
Yes.
Bradshaw?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you.
Carried?
Okay.
None? Go in closed session.
You don't have to for me.
Nothing want to go into it.
It doesn't matter, so no, thank you.
Old business?
So going into old business, need to be before, but, one of the things that Sheriff brought to our attention is our electric code. It's been 10 years we've been talking about it, nothing's been done. Our solid waste code, our well ordinance, solar panels, accessory building, and drone regulations are something that we can all be looking into and see what you think and how we want to proceed. These are things that's kind of been on the back burner. Also with the grocery tax that we're losing, that 1%, it is now, we are able to put our own tax in without having a referendum. We can vote to put like a 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, or 1% tax. We can decide on that. So if anybody wants to be researching and looking into stuff, then we can bring it up at the next meeting. And if you guys want me to send all this list out, I can send it to everybody.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Okay.
New business?
Can I talk about something old,
Yeah.
please? Jack and I tried to do a sticker sign up on Monday, and, of course, the rain came in, but we had 8 people before the rain came. I don't really feel like we need to do another one. But I do feel like we need to set some dates of, like, when, if they don't have it by this date, we need to double their fees. I feel like I've done it 3 times now, 2.5. I can do it again. I mean, I can, but I just feel like the people, we've talked about it, they know about it. The people that aren't getting them just think they don't have to, so.
And if they call, any of us can come down and do it. We just have to follow the checklist and.
It doesn't say rocket scientist, and every person that Susie's talked to, I've taken care of, so.
How many are we short, you think? Because I only ordered what we sold last year, and I don't know what we're on now.
We only have 5 left. Did he come and get that one today? We have 6 left then.
I know 4 people who still wanted to get them.
So then we'd have 1 extra.
Don't order until we actually need them, because they probably have a minimum, and I don't really want to waste money.
Well, and that's how I ordered them this year, was based on how many we sold last year. So,
Right. Well, like I said, I'd rather not waste it. I would rather tell them that I'll get you your sticker once we get them in or whatever, so. But anyway, like I said, if you guys think I should do another one, I will. If not, I think by June 30th, if they don't have a sticker by June 30th, or July 31st, I don't know, but we need to put a cap on it. Our fiscal year's April 30th. You know, with not having a police department now, things didn't go that smooth this year for that. But if we actually had somebody here, then we could set different dates, but I don't know. I think we have to talk to Shirk about doubling the fine, because I don't think we can just do that.
what is the fine? Can I ask?
Well,
I
there,
think it's an ordinance violation.
yeah, it could be from 100,
A day, right?
yeah, to like 750 or so, I don't know, it's a wide, but like I said, I just wanted to buy their sticker, that's all I want,
Yes, absolutely.
so.
You get a late fee if you don't pay for your license on time, or your plates are in
You
your
know
car.
what the fines are for those out?
That's
Okay,
just
just
city
our-
ordinance,
yeah,
that
city
would be
ordinance. Mhm.
Yeah.
nothing.
So, but anyway, I mean, we can talk to Shirk in July, and then we can't really do June 30th because it's too close, so. But anyway, I think if we try to get some guidelines for next year,
Absolutely.
that'd be good.
When I email him on the ordinance, if you guys want me to, I can email him.
Because I think he's gonna, like I said, I think he has to write something up for us to double the fee.
Yeah, it's got to be a number, like, we'll have to change the word.
I didn't have anybody call because the last one ended early because of the weather. Right, nobody has called saying, hey, I'm.
Well, like I said, they were boom. I mean, we had 4 here at one time. I mean, they were all right there, and then when the rain came in, it was, do we stay, do we go? We left.
Right,
So,
well, I would have too, yeah.
but,
Very good.
so anyway,
So do you plan on having another?
what do you guys think?
I don't think they need.
I don't need to
If
get rid of
they
it.
need it, they can call, and
Yeah,
otherwise,
Susie can get a hold of me, and I'll take care of them.
You've given how many chances for crying out loud?
Yeah, 2 Saturdays, and then
On a Monday.
half of Monday. So. That's all.
Visitors, Jason, have anything?
I might hold off till the next meeting.
Gonna let it
Kelly?
fester?
No. No. I want to look something up before I talk about it.
Pastor Tony?
I just want to confirm that we are going to have the free family fun day at the park, that there's no problem with the park. I have the certificate of insurance that names the village as a co-insured, so it's no cost to the village, we paid that. And last year we had, Mike helped us with the water and everything from the village. Will we be able to have that kind of help this year? It just helps with the hookup and everything.
We'll volunteer.
We're all not.
I think he's
That's what I signed up for.
Yeah.
For all you guys to volunteer me for jobs.
Yes, you're voluntold, for the community too.
Lloyd?
Yes, thank you, Jack. I've got, and I'm gonna spare our two newest trustees and you, but I've got a little bit of a complaint here. Last month, when Jason from MSA was here talking about streets, they put this in your lap. They made a motion to give you power to act, correct? And that's not right. The trustees are here to watch out for the finances of the village. In my opinion, that's the number one thing they're doing. I don't fault any of you for being new. We're all new at one time, or we're all new. So Jack signed a contract with MSA for $15,000 to have a study done for our streets to have them repaid. In the last 10 years, do any of you have any idea how much money we've spent for engineering for our streets?
We only spend it as we go, correct? We don't, it's not, we're spending 15,000, it's up to that if we have to.
The contract,
we can
please.
call them.
I agree. The contract was signed for $15,000. My question is, do any of you know how much we've spent in the last 10 years on engineering costs for overlaying streets?
Probably nothing.
Yeah, same, probably zero.
$2,500.
No.
That's out of both streets and
Look at our
MFT.
streets and it shows.
Well, I believe we're in this because of this game being played between the township and the village. Because they used to help us do the streets and we used to help them do their township roads. That all ended, we all know when that ended, was on the board when Nate Trickle quit. That's how that ended. Now it's getting into the taxpayer's pocket, this little game. We didn't used to
What
pay.
happened with the game, Floyd, with
Pardon
Albany,
me.
when we blew that and we couldn't have him come here anymore.
Pardon me?
So don't be pointing fingers.
No, I'm,
Unless you point back at yourself.
please say it again. Please say it again.
I was told that's enough, so I'll listen.
Well, my question is, what's going on with the why do the taxpayers have to foot this bill because of this little childishness between the township and the village? It's silly, in my opinion. It's silly. And along those lines, Nick, I'd like to welcome you to town. I'd like you to please, from my heart, this isn't at you, okay? How did this happen? How did Nick get hired without a board vote?
It went through the attorney and it was deemed an emergency situation because we have one maintenance person.
We don't have an ordinance that allows the mayor to make emergency decisions. And by state law, we have to have an ordinance to do
Our attorney
that.
said that we could do it.
I'm telling you, we don't have that.
Well,
So is that where we're at now? We're just gonna have Jack, who's new, and I don't fault Jack for being new.
What do you want us to do?
You need to take a vote. This needs to be done properly. The employees are hired and fired. Jack can certainly make his recommendations, but with the advice and consent of the board. You should certainly know
We didn't have
this.
advice.
Do you know, has any employee ever been hired previously just by the mayor? Ever?
This is 3 minutes out. Go ahead, I'll listen to this.
Pardon me?
I asked if your 3 minutes were up.
Not quite yet, but I appreciate you watching that.
I'm watching.
Well,
Mr. Griffin, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I'd like you to answer his question.
Pardon?
I'd like to answer his question.
Bill sure did.
We went by the advice of Bill Sherman.
I get, the only thing that bothers me, that Bill.
what was the emergency?
We've been in an emergency,
We
we
have
have
no
without
water.
maintenance. period.
What was the
We're about to
emergency?
lose Dan Clark as well.
What was the emergency?
Well,
Because by law, it has to be stated.
He
that's
don't
not,
want, he don't really wanna be here anymore.
oh, well, that's not what I talked to him about.
Well, call him and ask him.
I talked to him last night.
Well, ask him again. Now with Kim here, he's good with it.
Okay, I'll call him again. Okay.
Mr. Griffith,
That was my
you
question.
done?
I don't think he answered it, but
Who,
you,
me?
yes, sir. Bill Sherp reports to you.
Yeah, and I called and talked to him about it, and he said I could do it on an emergency base.
What
So
was
I
his-
hired him.
It's a great hire. Well done. But it still needs to be voted.
Okay?
Can you vote on it now?
It's on your
Yes,
agenda.
that's what a lot of people don't understand, is the stuff that was uncovered that led to this.
Yes.
And they won't understand,
And you-
they're not getting the information.
That goes back several employees, Rob,
Yeah.
to exactly who Pam's talking about. That goes far back. Okay?
I mean, this was,
I just want to go on record as saying there is a law that says there has to be an ordinance on our books for you to make any emergency decisions. That's by law. And I understand Bill said that, and I don't fault you for taking that advice. I'd have taken that advice as well. But I'm saying you need to revisit that with Bill. Okay? I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a motion by Patel to adjourn meeting at 7:07 PM. Do I have a second?
sorry.
McDonald? Hutton?
Yes.
Leahy?
Yes.
Pearsall? Yes. Bradshaw?
Yes.